Walking along one of these multi-use trails out here, many miles of these throughout this wilderness. A lot of hiking trails, off the beaten path places to roam as well. So I love coming out here just to get lost and hike through this wilderness. It's a wild place, an ancient place. Lots of history here, layers of history dating back hundreds and thousands of years. So when you come out to these woods, you never know what you may come across. Just back there, this trail ties into the main trail that I was walking on for a little bit. So I'm going to follow this direction now for a while. See what we can discover out here in the woods. Appears I've come to another intersection here on this trail. And at one time these paths out here may have been used as old roads by some of the homesteaders that lived in the area. You see there's a lot of history in these woods. People had homesteads out here many years ago, hunt camps. And some of these roadways were definitely used back in those times. You also had a lot of mining history in these areas too. So you either go up this direction or continue this way. Let's go this way. This is interesting. Over here is a ammo container. Appears to be a geocache. Have you ever geocached before? Over the years I've found many geocaches in the woods. Let's take a look at this. Yep, surely is. Official geocache. I wasn't even hunting for this and came across it. Take this over here, we'll open it up. And I'll sign in as well. It's always good when you find these to sign in if you can find a log. Who knows when the last time someone was out here. Okay, got the geocache open, and there's not much in here. People leave all sorts of items in these caches, and there's some water in here, so we'll clean this out. And this is nice. There is a log to sign into. Someone left a key. Little picture frame. Sometimes people leave trackables as well. And you can leave a trackable in a geocache and someone else can take that out and put it into another geocache in a completely different area, and you can track that and see where it ends up. I always find that fascinating about these geocaches. But these are just some of the items people have left out here. Let's take a look at this log. Take a look at this. There's a card inside. Congratulations, you found it, intentionally or not. It's part of a worldwide game loved by GPS users who are on the internet. It's a scavenger hunt. It's called geocaching. A GPS user hides a treasure, this container, and publishes the exact coordinates so other GPS users can come on a treasure hunt to find it. So, and here's the log where people have signed in. Now I did search for a pin to where I can sign in as well. Unfortunately, this pin is not working. Some water's gotten into the container and there's no other pins to sign in, but we can see who's been here last. Someone was here in 2020, in April. Back in 2019, 2018, 2016, 2015, 2014. This goes back quite a ways. Check this out. And people leave notes and personal messages. 2011, 2009. (2007). So I'm going to leave a card here. I can't sign in, but I can at least leave a card indicating that I was here. There's a creek right here. And it's dried up enough in this area where I can easily cross over the creek on the other side. Take a look at this beautiful pond over here. Beautiful pond here. As I'm hiking deeper into these woods, there's just so many scenic areas that I'm coming across out here. It's hard to leave them. There's so much more to explore. This is a really beautiful area over here. So peaceful out here. Just sitting out here by the water, middle of the wilderness, enjoying the nature and wildlife. Seeing some fish and alligators in here. There's an alligator just up ahead of me. There in the water, just floating. We're just watching each other. It's incredible. I saw another one on the bank over there, and it jumped into the water when it saw me. This one here is just sitting here. Seeing quite a few alligators out here. I was just sitting over there, taking a break and observing them, and then walked over this way, and there's a few right here. See a couple right there, and then there's one on the other side, just sunning itself on the banks there. I'm being very careful as I sit here, not to disturb them, get any closer. They've just been floating there watching me. This is a wild place. Exploring further into the woods here. And just through here I can see kind of a clearing, and there's a overgrown pathway that goes back in there. Let's go take a look, investigate this area. Starts to open up back here, and I do see some old remains. May have been part of a homestead site out here at one time. And oftentimes these areas were used for multiple purposes over the years. Could have been a hunt camp as well. So you can see there's a clearing, some blocks, pieces of wood, and other evidence from the past. Definitely a structure out here at one time. You can kind of see an outline of the structure, the perimeter of it. Part of a bed frame. A lot of stuff is covered up. Right through there is another bed frame. This is incredible, seeing these traces from the past out here. And I know it's not much that is left today, but you can sense the history out in this place, and you can just imagine memories once made out here, and people were coming out here, staying, enjoying the wilderness. It's such a beautiful, peaceful place. Exploring around this area and getting a general idea of the layout of the structure that was once here. And from what I can see that remains, it's about 10 to 15 feet or so wide here, and then it goes back about 20 to 30 feet. So it's rectangular in shape. It's hard to say. There may have been more to the structure at one time. This is all that I'm seeing out here today, but it's incredible to come out and still be able to experience these traces from the past, and it's a nice reminder of the history in this area. Right out here is an overgrown pathway, and this would have been used to get back in here to the cabin. You come in from this direction, and cabin would have been right over here.